Oh, hey there. Welcome back to Remy Pie ASMR. Tonight we have a very special and handsome guest, my boyfriend, and he has very kindly offered to be my guinea pig for today's arm and hand massage session. I cannot claim to be a masseuse. However, I hope this will be very relaxing for anyone watching and, of course, for my boyfriend. So, I'm just going to start with these gentle strokes down from the elbow all the way to the fingertips and back up from the fingertips to the elbow and the upper arm. Just introducing my touch to the skin and just letting the muscles know that I'm there and that it's time to relax. And to start with, I'm going to grab some jojoba oil. This stuff is really good because it's apparently the oil that's closest to the oil that our skin produces, meaning that it absorbs really quickly and it doesn't have a super greasy feel. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab that and just run that all over his arm and hands. And if you just turn your hand over that way, I'll just pop some in the palm as well. Okay. And we'll just do some slightly firmer strokes now. Throughout the massage, I'll get a little bit deeper into the tissue and we can start working out some knots and tension that might be present. And I'll just flip your arm around there. Okay, so I'm going to be going mostly in upward strokes and just making sure that the blood is getting lots of circulation, trying to improve the blood flow as we start the massage. Okay, and now we're going to start with a bit of a hand massage. So I've just got both of my hands in his palm here, and I'm just doing little pulsating strokes from the inside to the outside of the palm, and you can do it flipped on this side as well. We'll just do some circular strokes as well, and then I'm going to run my fingers through his fingers, give them a bit of a squeeze, and just give them a bit of a squish. I'll gently pull each finger out like that. This can actually feel quite nice, surprisingly. Sometimes you can feel a bit of a crack. And just back down again. I'm going to massage around the thumb area just here in fairly circular strokes. There's actually a pressure point between your pointer finger and your thumb, just in the fleshy skin here. And a top tip is, if you ever have a headache, you can press into this area and it might feel a little bit tender, but sometimes it really helps keep your mind off any headache or stomach ache you're experiencing. Okay, so just turn your arm back over there. Okay, and so now we're going to work on his forearm. So that oil is already starting to soak in nicely. I'm just going horizontally across his arm now. Can definitely feel some spots that seem to have built up a couple of knots, especially in this top bit here, which bears a lot of pressure from any lifting that you do. Just get in there a little bit. And in general, our arms and our hands do bear a lot of tension because we are using them pretty much constantly. But not many people spend a lot of time either strengthening their arms and hands or taking care of them in this way. So it is nice to occasionally remember that all parts of your body need some attention, and if you have an absolutely amazing girlfriend like me, or significant other or family member, you can get them to give you a little hand massage. Okay, so I'm just kind of kneading the tissue with a medium strength. I might actually grab, we've got some just lotion here from Nivea, because that lovely jojoba oil seeps in so quickly. I'll just use this to make sure I don't catch on the skin at all, and just for a bit of extra moisturization, which is always nice. There we go. If you spend a lot of time at a desk, on computers and devices, it's really common to get a lot of tension on the underside of your wrist here. The tendons that attach from your elbow to your wrist and fingers just here often get quite agitated by a lot of typing, sitting in the same position, and a lot of people do end up getting conditions like carpal tunnel, and this can be more or less severe depending, but it can certainly be managed or prevented with some more care, some more massaging, stretching. Okay, just putting last bit of lotion on, honestly, mostly for the good sounds. And then we'll swap over to the other arm. I don't think his arm has ever been this moisturized. And some last strong strokes up the arm. Just getting out any last knots. And on the top of the hand as well, putting some pressure on it, and just paying some attention to the fingernails. Sometimes it feels really nice to give the fingernails a bit of a squish. And last of all, what I like to do for massages I give is a bit of a Reiki style thing, nothing legit, but just do light strokes and try to get rid of any negative energy, anything bad that's remaining, and just kind of flick it off. Do some light taps and just put in all the love and good vibes instead. Okay. I'll just put the arm down here. Okay, and now we've got the other arm, so let's do more or less the same thing. Okay, getting a bit of the jojoba oil, it's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. And once again, just spreading that all over. It's really lovely feeling. I will demonstrate on this arm a couple of simple stretches you probably already do without thinking about it, but they are really good for stretching out the tendons in your arm and hands. But first, just those gentle strokes down and up the arm. If I was a professional masseuse, I would obviously be doing exactly the same thing to both arms. However, I am very forgetful, and this is meant to be a relaxing experience, not a ridiculously detailed and therapeutic experience. Okay, so just doing some slightly deeper strokes up the arm. I actually find that giving massages is really relaxing. Of course, I love receiving them, but it's also really nice to give them to someone. There's something about seeing another person feeling relaxed that also makes me feel relaxed. I don't know, is this relaxing? That's good. Okay, sorry, move that back here. Okay, let's just do those pulsating movements on the palm. I don't know what all the lines on the palm are called. Something about the lifeline, love line, or is it the marriage line? I'm not sure. Very interesting. And running my fingers through his fingers, giving it a squish, and just some circular movements around the whole palm. And once again, pulling each finger out individually. Oh, that cracked. Nice. And this way as well, giving them a bit of a press. Sometimes you'll get a crack there as well. And then massaging these tendons here between the wrist and the elbow. And doing some horizontal strokes down the arm here. And if you don't mind just turning that over, just wherever you're comfy. Okay. And we'll massage this top bit here. As I said, there's a bit more muscle tissue here which tends to get a little bit sore with any actual weightlifting or exercise you do. Okay. And I will pop some of this lotion on again. Get some of those nice lotion sounds. Of course, if you don't have someone that's keen to massage you, it's always lovely to just grab a bit of lotion or whatever oil you have lying around, and even just giving your hands a bit of a massage like this before you go to bed, or even when you get up in the morning, can be really relaxing. And just doing some deeper strokes here, trying to get out any last tension. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of stretching. So the first one is simply you keep your arms straight and you just flatten your palm and just, lift your arm up, thanks, and just gently pressing back your hand like that, and so you'll get a really nice stretch through here. And just be very gentle, don't push it too hard, and just you can give your wrist a bit of a roll out after that. And then the second one would be just getting your thumb, and this will be a bit hard to see, but we're just going to press the thumb back this way a little. Again, just very gentle. And then we'll just straighten the hand like this once more, and we'll be pushing that forwards. And so, of course, you'll get a stretch along the top here. Okay. Just turn that back around. Lovely. We've got quite a relaxing setup here. We've got some candles. Of course, they are not real candles because they are right next to the curtains. And we all know what happens with lit flames and curtains. So they are, of course, LED candles, but they still give a nice glow. It's always nice to have a relaxing ambience in the evenings. I know that I really like using anything but the big light, just to make everything seem a little bit more relaxing and romanticized. Okay, so I think that's about it for this arm. We'll start, just put it however you're comfortable. dragging any leftover negative energy out. Giving it some brisk tapping and just getting rid of anything left over in there, putting in all the good vibes. Okay, do you want to just pop your other arm up here? Okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was really relaxing for you. Let me know if you want to see more massage style videos, and I hope you have a really lovely evening or rest of your day. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.